The badges on our caps. Have you looked at them?
What? No. A bit?
Hans, are we the baddies?
What's up, guys? It's your boy Benny. Remember when Donald Trump said they're not sending their best? Well, it turns out our CIA is definitely not sending their best to be the counter-intel agents in our country by sharing pro-terrorist memes? It's insane. Top-ranking CIA official shared pro-Palestinian, pro-Hamas Facebook posts weeks after Hamas terror attack. This is the person inside of our own CIA. Okay, what? Let's read, ladies and gentlemen. High-ranking CIA official boldly shared multiple pro-Palestinian images on her Facebook page 2 weeks after Hamas launched a bloody surprise attack on Israel. Regardless of what you think about the entire conflict, obviously it's very wrong and evil to kill innocent civilians, children, and kidnap them. So the CIA is siding with the baddies. Hans, are we the baddies? President Biden was touring the Jewish state to pledge the U.S. enmity with the nation. So while Biden was there in Israel, his own CIA agents were sharing pro-Palestinian, pro-terrorist propaganda. Got it? CIA's Associate Deputy Director for Analysis changed her cover photo on October 21st to a shot of a man wearing a Palestinian flag around his neck, waving a larger flag, Financial Times reported. The image, taken in 2015, during the surge of long-running conflict, has been used in various news stories to create parity between the Israeli nation and the Palestinian territory, and of course, to simp for Hamas. The CIA agent also shared a selfie with superimposed Free Palestine sticker, similar to those being plastered on businesses and public spaces across the nation, calling for a ceasefire. Financial Times did not name the official after the intelligence agency expressed concern for her safety. The officer is a career analyst with extensive background in all aspects of the Middle East, and this post of the Palestinian flag was not intended to express a position on the conflict. The person not expressed their The CIA agent said Free Palestine. Free Palestine means from the river to the sea, means the elimination of the Jewish state, the state of Israel. Elimination of the Jewish people, some could argue. So that's what your CIA agents are saying. This is not the person's, this is just the photo, right? That was shared. By the way, the same artist has also shared, has also done photo montages like this. So our CIA agents were sharing photos from artists who create stuff like this. The young boy with the butcher's axe in his hand. Got it? Incredible. Remarkable. And they're simping for this CIA agent. This is the image the top-ranking CIA official shared on Facebook. So this did interest me as I was reading this, though. I lived in D.C. for 15 years. I have a lot of friends. I've brothers who served in the military, do intel, military. There is a Stockholm syndrome that happens for people that work in specific areas and regions of the world. And I've heard of this. This is a phenomenon inside of the intelligence agencies and inside of people that do international and clandestine work for our country. And the Stockholm syndrome is that, of course, you begin to sympathize with your captors. And so these people who work, and I'm certainly not apologizing for this. I think this is humiliating. This person should be, of course, fired. I'm going to get into the lax standard and stupidity of the intelligence agencies in just a moment, but nonetheless, if we had an operational and wise intelligence agency, they would be rid of people like this. They would say that's enough, because it does prove Stockholm syndrome. It proves that you are, in effect, sympathizing with the people who've captured you, right? And so if you're a hostage, these people, they've studied the region and the conflict for so long that they begin to simply sympathize with Palestine. Now, they do that in spite of what the administration wants them to do. And I'm not saying that you shouldn't sympathize with Palestine. I'm just saying you should be on the side of America in these conflicts. And on the side of America would be to stay out of it. That's what I believe. Nonetheless, it shows extreme stupidity to do this. If you are a CIA agent and you're making as declarative of statements as Free Palestine? The individual added the sticker image was initially posted years before the most recent crisis between the two nations, and the CIA's official Facebook account was also peppered with posts taking a stand against anti-Semitism. Oh, got it. Okay. So she said people shouldn't be anti-Semitic. Got it. So that absolves her of all sins. The latest post, man waving the flag, however, was shared as Biden shook hands with the Israeli leader. Biden staunchly voiced solidarity with the U.S. ally, yet has also voiced solidarity with Hamas, and like many conflicts, we're funding both sides. So who the hell cares, really? Just an absolute, complete cluster F anyhow. In her role, the Associate Deputy Director is one of the three people, including the Deputy CIA Director, responsible for approving all analyses disseminated inside of the agency. Goodness. She'd previously overseen the production of President's Daily Brief, the highly classified compilation of intelligence, and presented the Commander-in-Chief in most days in Financial Times. This is a high up member of the CIA. CIA officers are committed to analytic objectivity, which is the core of what we do as an agency. CIA officers may have personal views, but does not lessen their or the CIA's commitment to unbiased data. CIA statements to the press. Neither the Office of Director of National Intelligence nor the White House responded to the request for comment. All the officials' pro-Palestinian images have been scrubbed since the outlet reported. The report comes as CIA Director William Burns arrived in Qatar, was due to meet with Israeli and Egyptian counterparts. Well, ladies and gentlemen, you don't have to pick a side here to know that this is just utterly stupid. They're saying that the CIA agent, once again, shared a image from this artist, this image in particular, and this artist also, again, is somebody who created this image. And somebody who's like number 3 at the CIA is saying, this is great, fantastic. You know my stance. Stay the hell out of it. America should stay the hell out of it. And we should have smarter, wiser people that allow us to remain out of these stupid regional conflicts, which are, of course, the bankrupting effects, have the bankrupt effect of all nations, right? This is how every empire dies, getting caught up in these teeny little conflicts all around the world. Every empire in history does this, the adventurism. And the stupidity is caused, of course, by the lowering of standards and the extreme breakdown of, well, intelligence inside of our intelligence agencies. And this is on display in many avenues. One, our intelligence agencies produce ads like this, where a CIA librarian is out here bragging, ladies and gentlemen, about the board games that he gives to the agents to play, to practice being agents. The whole thing is humiliating and a disgrace and a obviously just identity politics, which has no business inside of our military and protecting America. But we live in the stupidest times. Here we go.
As an agency librarian, I work to ensure that our collection and services are matched up with what CIA needs. Not only am I involved in the acquisitions of journals, books, and countless electronic resources, I'm also encouraged to curate special collections that challenge expectation. Recently, I brought in our intelligence gaming collection to give officers unique opportunities to practice skills they need in their various roles. Instead of sitting for hours in front of a computer-based training, they can play a carefully selected game to train a specific set of skills while simultaneously building on the myriad soft skills essential to intelligence work. My favorite thing about CIA is that they encourage the out-of-the-box ideas that drive real progress. Growing up gay in a small southern town, I was lucky to have a wonderful and accepting family. I always struggled with the idea that I might not be able to discuss my personal life at work. Imagine my surprise when I was taking my oath at CIA and I noticed a rainbow on then-Director Brennan's lanyard, which I later learned was designed by Angle, one of the many employee resource groups here at the agency. I remember being stunned. Since then, however, I've learned that far beyond the resource groups, inclusion is a core value here. Officers from the top down work hard to ensure that every single person, whatever their gender identity, race, disability, or sexual orientation, can bring their entire self to work every day.
So, again, this is just banal identity politics inside of a organization that is meant to keep us safe, where you'd assume that identity politics has nothing to do with your job. But of course, everyone is welcome except for Christian conservatives. Michael Hayden is the former director of the CIA and the NSA. Michael Hayden on X says that regular patriotic Americans holding up their Bible and their flag and their firearm is the exact same as Palestinian Hamas terrorists. This is the Hamas terrorists. What's the difference? No difference at all, says Michael Hayden. Real tweet. Real tweet. So again, everyone is welcome at the CIA except people who believe in Christianity, people who believe in the Second Amendment, and people who believe in America. Michael Hayden is continuing his reign of extreme creepy degeneracy on X by saying that Senator Tommy Tuberville, the duly elected senator who is asking for accountability inside of our military nominations process, should Tommy Tuberville be removed from his committee? General Michael Hayden, how about the human race? Oh, okay, how about we kill him? Says the former CIA director. They're not sending their best. They're not sending their best. Remember, these are the kind of ghouls that are in charge inside of America's major and rotted federal law enforcement corps. As part of his war on Trump, Jack Smith collected info on any American who retweeted or favorited Trump's tweets. This is such a dystopic nightmare, this as is the way it is calmly accepted by so much of the country. This is the new documents that show the subpoena, a warrant that was certified to get a list of any person who has ever liked or retweeted Donald Trump. There you go. So you are on a warrant list now. Do not fight for people who hate you. Okay? America itself is a great country, the greatest country ever founded. But do not fight for people who hate you. All countries, no matter how they're conceived, can have horrible leaders and leaders that hate you. U.S. Army dishes diversity in new ad. Are we going to war? Well, recruitment is down. Don't fight for people who hate you. These are what the Army ads look like when times are good. Ah, yes. Diversity is our strength, ladies and gentlemen. And by the way, there's nothing wrong with having an army of people from all backgrounds, but don't say diversity is our strength. Diversity is not your strength inside of a company or a marriage or a team. The hyper focus on this in good times, and then the extreme focus on, hey, let's put straight white guys in an ad in times when they can't reach their recruiting goals, tells you something. And it tells you that they are being staffed by some of the dumbest people. And they're in a panic. And now their own CIA operatives are siding with the enemy. Sick individuals. Ladies and gentlemen, we don't side with the enemy. We call them out. We chop wood. Balls and strikes, baby. And we are sick of our federal government striking out and humiliating us. Like, share, and subscribe if you are too. See ya.